All right, so we're looking at the GMG Davy Crockett here today, and I guess I just wanted to share with you why I love this grill and why it's my #1 grill of choice. Personally, I've cooked on the GMG Davy Crockett now for about 7 years. This is their newer model. I have one of the earlier versions outside my backyard. But I've cooked on a lot of different types of fuel sources. I've cooked on propane and charcoal, and I've had a ton of different types of pellet grills over the years. And GMG, to me, is superior, especially when you're looking at the pellet grill spectrum. GMG does a few things differently than anybody else that's in the marketplace, which I personally love, and it's why it's my go-to grill. So I'd just like to share a little bit of that with you as you're making your choices on the type of grill that you're going to buy next. So obviously one of the things and one of the key features here with the Davy Crockett is that this is completely portable. So these handles fold down into the legs. So I would say that 75–80% of the time I have the grill in my backyard with the legs down, and I use it as a backyard barbecue. And then the remainder of the time I fold the legs up and I carry this with me, and I'll go to the beach, I'll go to backyard barbecues at friends' houses. I'll take this to football games, to baseball games. It's really nice having it convenient and portable like this. The grill itself weighs just under 70 pounds, so it's not too bad for one person to be able to carry that and manage. They do also offer some different tote bag options for the Davy Crockett, which can make it even easier to transport this and carry it around. So the portability of it, I absolutely love. Now, most of the time when I'm cooking in the backyard, I just have it plugged into a regular 110 outlet. But one of the beautiful things about the Davy is that this is all 12 volts. So it does come with a full cord on it here, which allows me accessibility to 12 volts. So this is about a 25-foot cord. I can plug this right into the 12-volt outlet or the cigarette outlet that's in your vehicle and have this stretch all the way. It also comes with a secondary option where I have alligator clips that I can connect directly to a 12-volt battery. So it gives me some really great options when I'm portable and I need to run it off 12 volt. And obviously it gives me a nice long cord when I want to run it off traditional AC in the backyard. So having that kind of portability, at least for me, is a really great feature and a fantastic option with this particular grill. The power usage is really low. So we have a very small brushless auger motor and a brushless DC combustion fan that's in here. But again, the power consumption, whether we're running on a 12 volt or 110, is extremely low. So I'm a big proponent of that and the fact that it uses such little power to operate however I'm operating the unit. So as these legs pull down, I'll kind of show you a little bit more about the grill. Over here on the side is our hopper. So this is our fuel hopper where I'm going to load this up with pellets. And again, I've cooked with gas, I've cooked with charcoal, I've cooked with a ton of different type of grills out there. In my personal feeling, there is nothing that compares to wood. The flavor of cooking with real wood is superior to anything else that's out there. And the beautiful thing I find about pellet grills is that I can choose between the type of wood based on what I'm cooking or what I'm smoking within the grill. So there's options like mesquite and hickory and cherry and apple and pecan and alder. Just a ton of different options for the type of wood that can accentuate whatever it is that you're cooking inside the grill. So I love that option. This is about a 9-pound hopper that's on here. And pellet grills are just extremely cost efficient as far as the fuel goes. So, you know, your average 25-pound bag of pellets runs about 20 bucks. I would say on the lowest setting, we're under £1 an hour. On the highest setting, we're about 4 pounds an hour. So my average cooking, like I just got done with a very large piece of salmon on here. So I smoked it first for 4 hours, and then I cranked up to let it kind of sear at a really hot temperature for about 15–20 minutes. And I use somewhere right around a pound and a half of pellets. So as I compare the cost effectiveness to charcoal or to propane, I find that I'm saving about 1/3 on my overall fuel costs. And again, for me, nothing tastes better than wood. So this is a great size hopper. It's 9 pounds. It allows me to fill it up, and you know, I don't have to pay too much attention. Sometimes smaller tailgating grills will have much smaller hoppers where they have to be filled up fairly frequently. So I really like the size of the hopper. I think it's a perfect size for a portable grill like this. And if I wanted to change out the type of pellet that I was using, maybe I'm changing out, you know, maybe I'm going from veggies to a steak and I want to go from an apple pellet to a mesquite pellet, it's very easy to scoop those out and to add the flavor pellet that I want. And then lastly, on pellet fuel, pellets are made from sawdust. I mean, so it's more of a renewable energy resource than it is, for example, propane or charcoal. So on a energy conscious end of things, I really like that aspect about pellets. Now, one of the beautiful things about this grill and why it's so energy efficient and fuel efficient is the way that the control board operates right here. So again, this is a newer model that has the Wi-Fi, so you'll see this antenna here coming up. And the Wi-Fi is pretty amazing technology that they've incorporated into this new line of GMG grills, the Prime grills. It's a really cool feature. Their app, which can be downloaded on a phone, it's free. It allows you to turn the grill on and off. I can set my temperature. I can take a look at a bunch of different recipes. The food probe that you see plugged in right here, this just runs right into the actual grill itself, and I can plug that right into whatever it is that I'm cooking. And so I can either push the food button to see the internal temperature of the food on the readout right here, or I can look at it on the app and I can see the temperature of my food. So essentially, from the comfort of my couch, I can turn this grill on, I can turn it off, I can adjust my temperature up, I can bring it back down, and I can make sure that my food is never overcooked or undercooked, because we always have this this meat probe installed. So that is a feature that I really, really like. Now, personally, I run the grill manual most of the time myself. And so the things that I like about it, one is it's a one-touch start. So I push the power button, it goes through a startup cycle where it feeds some pellets, the little igniter or the hot rod starter that turns it on, heats up, and then it kind of goes through that startup cycle where the fan will come on. So it's automatically starting itself. I don't have to pull out the grates and manually start a fire. It's basically a one-click push within a matter of, I would say, 3 to 5 minutes on an average. I have a fire burning in there, and it defaults to the 150 low setting. So it's kind of cool. From there, I have up and down. So I can crank this all the way up to 550 degrees, or I can, again, turn this all the way down to 150. So 150, 200 is kind of my preferred temperature to smoke. A lot of times for roasts or veggies, I mean, whatever it is, a lot of times I like to smoke it first. And then from there, I'll crank it up. And as we look at temperatures like 300 to 375, great barbecuing type temperatures within there, roasting. I go up to 400, 450, 475. Really great for baking. We'll do cookies. We'll do bread. I've done cakes on here. You can do just about anything because it's all indirect flame, indirect cooking. So kind of essentially acts as an oven inside of here. And then I can crank it all the way up to 550 and I can sear. So for me, most of the time, I'm smoking for a couple hours and then I go ahead and I crank it up hot. I get it up to 500, 550, and I'll get those nice sear lines on my veggies or maybe on a steak or on a roast. And that's how I like to go. But really, the possibilities are limitless with what I can do. And again, with the way that this works, and I'm just going to open up the hood right here, there's a little thermal sensor that's right over here. So that's monitoring the temperature inside the grill all the time. So obviously, as climate changes from winter to fall, to summer to spring, the grill is actually adjusting itself. So it's adjusting that rate of fuel. It's adjusting the blower, your combustion blower, to maintain whatever temperature it is that you set it at. So I personally, I cook year round. It doesn't really matter what the weather is outside. I like to cook all the time. So it's a really great feature, and it allows this unit to be really energy efficient. And it also allows me to hold temperature really within a degree or two of where I have it set. So if I have it set at 400, it doesn't matter if it's 0 degrees outside or if it's 100 degrees outside, it's going to maintain and monitor that temperature. So that's one of the reasons why I find this to be so energy efficient and so fuel efficient. And every time that I open this up and I cook food on it, it's always perfectly done. So that's a really great feature that I love about the Davy. So on the interior right here, all stainless steel grates. These are really easy. They just come right up and out. Use a standard, cleaning brush, wire cleaning brush, or any of the other brushes to clean your grates. We have a nice angled kind of grease plate that's on here, so that will kind of angle the grease down. It has a small chute that goes down into a grease drip bucket on the back side. So a nice, easy tray. The newer design here just has what we call a solid stainless steel grease tray that's in here. So it's really nice because it's again, what the grease tray does is it's creating kind of a protective barrier from where my fire is and from where the grease is. So I don't run into issues with flare-ups. I never have actually direct contact to fire with the food. And so Again, it creates more of a convection cook inside of there, allowing me to smoke and to baste and to roast and to, to physically bake inside of there if I want to, which are excellent features. Underneath the grease drip tray, we have what I like to call a fire baffle. Difficult to pull out at this angle, but this is our fire baffle. So the fire pot essentially is seating right beneath this, and what this does is this helps to spread the flame out evenly. So whether I have a burger over here in the corner or right on the middle or over in the back corner, it's a solid even cook all the way through, all the way around the grill on the way that it's kind of spreading out the flame. So the fire pot itself is located centrally or right in the middle of the grill. And then as this fire baffle goes over, it helps spread out that flame so that heat is consistent all the way through. Pellets themselves produce such a small amount of ash that we don't have to actually take these items out and clean in here all that often. So myself personally, after every 40 pounds or so of pellets that I go through, I like to go ahead and take these items out and just give a good cleaning. But even then, there's usually less than 1/8 of an inch of that ash from the pellets that's left around the burn pot and actually in the burn pot. So the cleaning and the maintenance as you look at this type of a grill is really, really simple. It's pretty hands-off, and when I do need to get in there, it's really just a matter of minutes to take care of that cleaning. So those features I think are fantastic. We'll go ahead and put these back in there. Awkward angle here as I can't see everything in there. Let's get everything placed back in there. Just like that. This one just like that. So offers a pretty good size cooking surface. I just did about a 14-inch salmon fillet. I've done an 8-pound turkey on here, 8-pound chicken. So even though it's a portable pellet grill, this thing can actually pack quite a bit in there, and again, because it's such an even circulating heat that comes around, you get a great cook all the way through. They even offer some accessories for this, like an upper rack, where again I can kind of have like a warming shelf in here, so I can put my my buns or whatever the case might be on the top, and then I can have my burgers and my brats and my dogs underneath getting a nice sear. So they offer some options to even create more space within there, which I think is a great feature. So overall, the Davy, in my eyes, is one of the best portable tailgating pellet grills that's on the market, period. In my overall opinion, one of the best grills that there is, hands down. Like I said, I've cooked on the Davy here for about 7 years, and in my opinion, I would never go with anything else. It's just creates the ultimate convenience, portability, and obviously the most important thing is great food. So absolutely love this grill. Now, obviously, there's a lot of people that are out there selling this type of grill. So, you always think about, as you make a final decision on the type of grill that you want, it's, where am I going to buy that grill? And my suggestion is to buy it with somebody that's kind of been tried and true, somebody that's got your back all the way through it. And I guess one of the things that makes EarthSense unique and different from a lot of the other companies that are out there is we've been doing this for a long time. We've been in business for close to 30 years now. We've carried pellet grills for over 25 years. We've carried the GMG line for about 10 years now. So we have a ton of experience with this grill. Not only do we stock all of the parts, all of the accessories, we provide complete technical support. We make sure that no matter what happens, that you're always 100%. And I think that's a really big thing, especially as everything has gone so online these days and is all about the lowest price. In my eyes, it is that, but it's about the service after the fact. And again, to be purchasing the grill from, number one, an authorized dealer, but number two, a dealer that is there for you, that's going to obviously get you the product fast, and you're going to get it at one of the best prices that's out there, but to also offer the service after the fact, and knowing that whether it's a year down the road or whether it's 10 years down the road and you need assistance, that we're there, we're tried, we're true, and we've got your back. So again, choosing the dealer who you purchase the grill from, I always find is very important. It's no different than my lawnmower or my refrigerator. I want to make sure that even though I'm buying a good brand, that if something does happen or if I have a question on something, that I know I'm going to get the attention and the customer service that I need. So Definitely check us out, pellethead.com, EarthSense Energy Systems. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just kind of a nice overview on the Davy Crockett as a whole, what our company has to offer, and why I personally think this is the best grill on the marketplace. So, happy grilling out there to you, and keep it rocking.